That guy just said, "Hey, I recognize you from YouTube. My name's David." He recognized me, my hat, my backpack. Anyway, I'm being dropped off here by my brother. Look at this. Highlander. There can be only one. This is on the north side of the bridge north. And look at that. There's some prospectors staying there right now. There's their bucket, their sluice box and things. But there's no Boy Scout camp up there. I've also stayed right down here. There's a cool spot right down there. Almost getting into the Narrows. I'll see if I can ride him back to Vincent Gap. Look, I'm literally within about 30 feet of him. Look at this. So cool. That mountain sheep seems to be following me. Look at this. I'm gonna go up there and see if I can ride him back to Vincent Gap. Incredible. Look at this. Right there. Hey, buddy. You gotta see this. You gotta see how close I am. I can almost jump on him and ride him back to Vincent Gap. Or her. Actually, it's a her. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but look at this. There's mountain sheep. Actually following me. It's following me up to the Narrows. When I stop, he stares. As soon as I start walking, follows right behind me. Never more than 50 feet away. Amazing. This journey's starting out awesome. Stopped off in this really cool place. Got a little cave up there I'm going to check out. There's poison oak on either side of it. Set myself up a little table. Little table and chair here. This is another thing about the pack. You can pour the water right into it and you can eat right out of the bag. That's bananas and granola, breakfast, raspberry tea. Now, okay, here's where my brother dropped me off. Keaton Flats. In 4 hours, I'm right about where that 84 is. I'm at about the 6 to 7 mile mark. It's a lot of stream crossing, and filming that ram, I stayed about a half an hour at that ram. Watched that ram for about half an hour. I'm entering the Narrows now, so I'm gonna have some breakfast and get back on the trail. I'm in the Narrows right now. Okay, I'm still in the East Fork. I didn't quite make it to Mine Gulch. Just totally ran out of daylight. I fell in the river and my leg is really swollen. I may have to abort the hike at Vincent Gap and try to hitch a ride back. My leg is really swollen. If it doesn't go down by tomorrow, I will. And this, my best friend and the love of my life, Jeannie. 2011 school picture. I really miss her. Although even if I was at home, I wouldn't see her. She's with her mom. But when you're back here alone, I miss my brother, I miss my parents, I miss everybody, but I really miss her. Let me show you my leg. Look at this bump. Woo! It's huge. I went down. My leg got stuck between some rocks. I went down and look at that. Wow. Nothing's broke though. I walked a couple hours afterwards. It's really hurting. Okay, it's day 2 of the I gotta get dressed. All my clothes are wet when I fell in yesterday. I didn't have them in a dry sack. There's only so much you can carry in one pack. So I've got to put some wet clothes on. Not looking forward to it. I used the under, and I could have done without this thermarest. Next time I'm going to bring a thermarest with this underneath. Unless you're in snow, you're fine. My food is in a paint can and a small dry sack back there. Some of the, a lot of the miners back here, they always talk about some guy that has lived back here for 15 years. Now, I always thought it used to be rumor and myth, but I stumbled across this last night. There's nobody in it right now. Check this out. Check out this shelter. It's camouflage tarps. Look at this. It's got a fence for the bears. I'm gonna go in and take a look. It's got a little chair. And we're gonna go in just a second. Gold pans right there. Check that out. Cooking pots. Look at this. This chair. Sleeping bag. All these cooking spices. Actually lives back here. I better get the hell out of here before he returns. With the flat straps, you're looking at about 20 feet, maybe 24 feet. Just shows they add length. Your trees can be farther apart, 6 feet on each side. Here's that guy's shelter. If you guys come across this one or another one, leave it as is, because the guys worked really hard to put this together. And from what they say, he actually lives here. So you don't want him coming into your house destroying your stuff. Just leave his alone. I went through it, sort of invasion of privacy, but I didn't touch anything. But if you remember Mike Dixon's Stone Age Witchcraft, he had a shelter and somebody destroyed it. And Hobbs, EXP, Freddy from Sweden, he had a great shelter and somebody destroyed it. Don't be one of those guys. Leave the guy's stuff alone. With so many river crossings, it took up so much time. I'm not even to Mine Gulch. It's already 10:16 in the morning. I got a late start. I slept in. And with the Hennessy, it takes a little while to put everything away. You gotta pack everything down so small. make it fit. Take a look at this. This is just the north end of the East Fork. I'm about to go out. But you know, with the amount of time I spent in this East Fork, I had planned on being at near Baden Powell last night. Now I'm going to use half of the day getting there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. I'm limited in time. I've got to get back to work. I took next week off, but in order to make the 75 miles, I had it planned out a certain amount of miles each day, and I far from made those miles. I wanted to make 15 to 17. I probably made 10, 12. So we'll see what time looks like at Baden Powell. If I'm still running way far behind, I'm going to try to hitch a ride down to Highway 138 and then catch a ride home. Try it another time. It's just really treacherous around here. You can't move as fast as I normally move. Sucks, but facts are facts. I'm way behind. I'm a half day behind. On the second day, I'm already half day behind. There's no way I'm going to make it to the second camp before dark. The other night on the way home, I work nights, so on the other way home, about 1 o'clock in the morning, I was listening to George Norrie, After Dark. Used to be Art Bell, and he was talking about this German scientist back in the early 1900s, 1914, 1920, somewhere around there. They took 24 babies, orphan babies, and they had them in rooms, all separate, and they nursed them, they fed them, they changed them, they cleaned them, the nurses did, but they were instructed to never talk in the presence of, or never hold these babies. They wanted to see if there was some kind of internal need for this. It's really cruel of them to do that, but they did it. Anyway, before the babies turned a year, they all died. Every one of them. No sickness, they just died. Nobody talking to them, nobody holding them. And it seems it's a human need for companionship, a human need for other people's voices, for the presence. And when you're back here alone, you really feel that. And it seems with some people, some being me for sure, as I get older, that need gets stronger. I'm really missing my daughter, and I want out. I wanted to show you guys the Silver Moccasin Trail, and in the future I will, if I can find somebody to do it with me. So if anybody watching is so disappointed they're gonna get pissed off and say, "Ah, I thought I'd see the Silver Moccasin Trail," hey, contact me. We'll do it together. But as for being alone for a week, it's not for me. I'll be 46 in a couple weeks, and I want to celebrate that with people. So I'm on my way out, guys. Wish me luck in thumbing a ride back to the highway.